Hey, I'm in the car again today, driving up north, and I'm going to talk about the 3 reasons why every person who is flipping or wholesaling in New York should be licensed as either a real estate salesperson or a broker. So the 3 reasons are, and in order, number 1 is access to the multiple listing service, to MLS. So by far, the best way to comp out properties, which is to look at comparables and to get an idea of the value, is through multiple listing service, right? Second best way is PropStream, and I can get you a discount on that. You'll see in Facebook above and YouTube below. But the best way is multiple listing service. It is number 1 without a doubt. Best way to get a value on a property. And there are ways to get access to multiple listing service if you're not licensed. There are ways. It's not impossible. But the easiest way is to get licensed. Maybe at the end we're going to talk about how easy it is to actually get licensed. But the first way is access to multiple listing service. Just again, for a recap, and I think I'll do a video on this. On when I comp out a deal, right? So somebody says they want to sell a property. I look on multiple listing service for 3 things. I look at, first of all, what's the ARV? So I look at fully renovated houses that were flipped by somebody else and what they're selling for now. That's the ARV, the after repaired value. I also look back and see what investors paid for those properties. So that could be 6 to 9 to 12 months ago. That's one thing. The second thing I look at is what are investors paying for properties now. So I will look at, sorry, I'm just moving the camera. I look at what are REOs, which are real estate owned, bank owned properties, and short sales going for now, because those usually go to other investors. So that's the second thing I look at. And the third thing I look at is what are crappy houses going for that are similar to that. In other words, maybe if I could buy this house and do nothing to it, or buy this house and do very little to it, what can I sell it for? That's a wholesale method of looking at it. So those are the 3 things. I look at what the ARV is, what are fully renovated houses going for. I look at what investors are paying for houses now. So, all as is, all cash occupied properties, what are they going for now? And third things I look is what are junky houses going for on a retail basis now? Old kitchens, old bathrooms, what are those going for? So, access to multiple listing service is the number 1 reason. Now, if you can get access to multiple listing service, maybe someone you know is giving you access, or maybe you can get admin access, which is like sort of assistant access, then it's not as important. But there are, to be licensed, but there are 2 other reasons why you might want to get licensed. The second reason is you want to list your own properties. So certainly if you're rehabbing or wholesaling a property and you want to sell it to the retail, to an end user retail buyer, then you absolutely want to control the listing yourself. When I started, I used another realtor, which cost me 2%, or I flat fee listed it with some places that charge me flat fee, $500. But it's not as good as listing it yourself. You want to be in control of the listing. You can make changes to it. Maybe we'll do another video about little tips and tricks that you can do if you have a property that won't sell. But if you need to be in control of that listing to do those things. So that's the second reason you want to list your own properties. And by the way, you can absolutely list a wholesale property. You cannot represent that you own the property. You have to list that you are a contract vendee, which means you're in contract to buy the property. But it's probably the best way also to find cash buyers is to list a contract on multiple listing service. And it's perfectly legal in Long Island. I think it's legal in almost every place, as long as you don't represent you own the property. So the second thing is you want to list your own properties, either wholesale or retail. But the third reason is that if you go on enough appointments, you are absolutely going to meet people who want to list, right? And we just sold a listing yesterday. I just closed on a listing yesterday, and the commission was $11,500. So that's more than wholesale assignment fees in a lot of major cities in the United States. So I think it's foolish to think that, I'm never going to see somebody who lists. Now, you can really overqualify all of your leads, but even if you do, and they say they want a full price on it, you can not go on the appointment, that's fine. But I'm telling you, I've gone to appointments with sellers where I thought I made it very clear I wanted to buy the property, and I thought they made it very clear they want to sell the property. When I got there, they were like, okay, we just want to list it. So I always bring listing agreements with listing packages with all the forms with me on every seller appointment, because I've been to enough where they just signed right there, and it's just free money. I mean, to look at it any other way is foolish. Now, I understand if you're saying, I don't have the time, I have a full-time job, I don't want to sit there and deal with buyers. I hate that. And I have the luxury of having someone an employee who does that for me is great. But even if you co-broke and you take 25% of that commission, it's still just free money. It's just out there to pick it up. So those are really a recap of the 3 reasons why I think everyone should be listed. You know, I didn't even talk about, you know, I didn't do my open of this is the flipping and wholesaling and flipping in New York show. I'm sorry. It's Michael Pinter also. I'm saying my name now. Somebody reminded me that I never really said my name before. I apologize. But if you like these videos, please click like. You'll see, if you're watching on Facebook, above there are 7 ways that I can help you if you want to get started flipping and wholesaling in New York. If you're watching on YouTube, it's below. If you like these, click like. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Please share, comment. All comments get responded to very quickly. I check comment, you know, certainly within 24 hours, sometimes within 24 minutes. So just to recap, the 3 reasons why everybody who's flipping and wholesaling in New York should be licensed, should be a licensed salesperson or broker is 1, access to multiple listing service so you can get the best information to figure out values. 2 is to list your own properties, whether they're wholesale or retail, you know, for an end user or for a cash buyer. And 3rd is just to take listings, because if you go on enough seller appointments, you're going to absolutely meet people who want to list. And I've told a lot of people I've gone to who wanted to sell. I said, listen, if I buy this from you, you're going to give up $100,000 sometimes, and it's foolish because the house is in good shape and you're not in a real rush. So just list it, and I'll get you the most money for it. And I have a whole pitch on why, you know, I usually list cheaper, quicker, shorter time, and better because I actually spend money on the listing. I'll spend money on Facebook ads. Somebody called in the middle of the Facebook, I apologize, in Facebook Live. So definitely don't take this whole idea of being licensed as a bad thing. I know other gurus out there teach that it's bad to be licensed because you should talk crap about realtors, or realtors stink, they're going to take your money. It's foolish. Most people are going to sell their house to a realtor, so knocking them makes you look stupid. And also, I know there are some places where there's some kind of fiduciary conflict, where if you are acting as a realtor and then you buy the property discount, it's seen as you know, not doing what's best for the seller. I think it's absurd. I've never seen that issue in New York. I think everyone who is flipping and wholesaling in New York should be licensed. And if you have any questions about getting licensed, I can help you. If you need to put your license somewhere, I have a brokerage. You can park your license with me for free. And it's really easy to get licensed. I think everyone who's doing this should do it for those 3 reasons. So thank you for watching. Any comments or questions or any topics you want me to cover, I'm happy to do. And all my information should be below, including my contact information. You need to contact me. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you.